Why are they slowly congregating in my space elevator? I've lost him! I've lost him! I've only known him for 5 seconds and I've already lost him! Higher in the hole! Glorious. Howdy folks, welcome back to Satisfactory. Thank you so much for watching and checking me out. It's dark now. Last time, unlocked this tractor, did a little bit of exploring. Not that far, I will admit. We got up here and built a little steel factory. Not a final steel factory or anything, like enough to build the basic steel components. Enough to get a whole bunch of steel beams, steel pipes, and encased industrial beams. So I can start clearing the tier 4 research or milestones. First off, going to get the tier 3 conveyor belt.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are.
You don't need to keep reminding me that the Earth is perishing.
Psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
So, what does a tier 3 belt take? Steel beam. Interesting. Wait, how much is it? How much does it move? That's an important thing to know. 270. The miners pump out a maximum of 300. So that's not quite as optimal as I'd like, but 270 is still double whatever we can produce so far. So today, I want to reevaluate this whole starter setup and mess. It has served its purpose, but I think it's time for it all to be dismantled and rebuilt. Like the whole lot. All of this iron setup building, the reinforced plates, all of the basic components, even the copper there, and the rotors over in the distance. The copper mine there. The concrete. I want to redo the whole lot. And maybe even build a little bit of a platform, the space elevator, if it can be moved, which is slowly acquiring more and more big dudes. Why are they slowly congregating in my space elevator? Do you want to be launched into orbit? I'm not sure that's how it works. Don't you join them. Don't you do it. Daylight. Expanded power infrastructure. The beam. Frame. Wire.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fix-It developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fix-It and humanity.
You don't need to keep telling me it's for the good of humanity. Right. I would like to know how big this thing is. We say there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven by 7. That's not too bad. Limestone. Limestone's interesting because if I want to double my iron, I need 8 limestone for every 5. Right? Is that a thing? The foundry. Yeah, so I'm gonna need more limestone than I get iron ore. I don't think I have access to that much limestone right now. There was a crater by the other coal deposit. Let me go over there for a second. Bum 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 bum. There is a crater here with a whole bunch of limestone. And a yellow. See, that concerns me. Because every time I've seen a yellow before, it's always been around hazards. So I'm hoping it's just a crater. How do I get down safely? Can I take my car down there? Oh, maybe. 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 I would like to take my car. Ah, there we go. Let's just drive off the cliff. Tally-ho! Whee! Oh, it's a big guy. Hello, big guy. Schmack. Ah! Hi. Oh! Lordy. Oh, lordy. Get in the car. Run him down. So unbothered by the tractor. But it would be on your undoing. I told you. 3 hog remains. Ooh, a yellow. A yellow power slug. Well, now we have a yellow one. So, how many... That's the wrong button. This one. Limestone. There are 3. Is that it? There's no iron, is there? Nope. There's no copper. There's no caterium, whatever that's for. There's no quartz. Or sulfur. Cool. Oh, weird. There's a sulfur over there. Interesting. I'll do that in a sec. Normal. Sulfur. a sulfur deposit. These plants look interesting. Sulfur. I don't know why I need sulfur 4, but I have sulfur. Is that a summer sloop? I see you. Ah! Screw you. Drop pod.
Our blood could fill the effigy veins for a resonance song. Scripture becomes harmony, becomes composition. Defile our temple and the threads will sew the windows open.
Pattern analysis continuing. New instruction. Repeat pioneer exposure to alien artifacts. Brain damage compensation packages may be available on successful completion of a special claims form. Our expert Fix-It medical staff are impartial and always open to assess your claim.
Is there a temple and a shrine in this world? Or is that just flavor text? I can just open it. Oh, free hard drive. Fair enough. Isn't there some sulfur research I can do? Ah, scan is complete. Oh, alternate steel rod. We need a steel rod. Wait, that's not a steel rod, that's an iron rod, but it's using steel to make them. Bolted frame. Takes 56. No. Production rate 5 a minute, production rate 14. Oh. Bolted frames. What's the normal recipe for frame? 12 rods to make 2 frames. 12 rods can make... rods can make a lot of screws. Huh. I suppose I want this one, right? Is there a way to have the miners I have on resources show up on the map? Or do I have to make custom markers for everything? More pipe. More sheet.
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Alright, so list of priorities. Priority 1. Put better miners and conveyor belts on coal to increase the power supply. Then build some more generators to increase the power supply. Then go to the steel, increase the output of the steel beam so I can build Mark III miners, Mark III conveyor belts. Oh wow, look at them whiz. Whee! After we have production of steel beam, I can then come back here, dismantle all of this garbage, put Mark II miners on everything with better conveyor belts, and then build a big-ass factory. Because what I'll do is I will take all of these resources from nearby and I will conveyor them into one location. And I will smelt everything in one place and then split them off wherever I need to go. Should be fun. So, power. Used wire. Inventory slots. Fused wire. That's a lot of wire. What is that? Deuterium. 1 ingot makes 2 wire. 30 a minute. 4 ingots. One deuterium ingot. 30. Oh my god. One ingot makes 2 wire. Or 4 ingots and a deuterium ingot makes 30 wire. Well, I clearly want that, right? Black powder.
Research completed. Black powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available.
Black powder, Nobelisk detonator, Nobelisk. Is that explosives? Cluster Nobelisk. Explosive rebar. Is that a gun? The rifle. Ooh.
Research completed. Experimental power generation research options are now available. These may
Packed
enhance
coal.
performance of other fuel sources.
Turbo fuel. Turbo fuel? I need a hard drive. Power slug. Ooh.
Research completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
Ooh. Did I not do this one? I thought I did this one. Yeah.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
So, phase 1 of this little upgrade adventure. The power.
Stop. No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't never gonna stop. No, no. Oh, I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop now, baby. Never gonna stop now, baby.
Haha! The fun has been doubled. Or at least the power supply has been doubled. In theory. We also have massive power pylons which can They really have quite the radius of how far you can place them, which is cool. Ow. So the mines are now producing 270 a minute. They can produce 300, but all I need is 270. Because that's the capacity of the belt. Mark me belt. So what I did, I just doubled up how many generators I have. And we can now produce 1,950, which doesn't really math, does it? 32 generators producing 75 megawatts should be 2,400. And they're all on. I tidied up the pipes a little bit. Starting to make things neater. So, I did go explore a little bit and I found some more power slugs. And I powered a couple of these to max capacity. So that one extractor could power 6 of these. So all I really need is 1, 2, 3... I need 6 water extractors. Power 6 of the front row here, 6 of the back row, and then 1 to power 4 at the ends. That's on both sides. If we go over here, big pylon. And if you look over yonder, I've started doing the next part. As you can see, there are 6 impure iron nodes. Each one's producing 60, I believe. So we've got 60 coming out being combined to 120. Then 2 120s being combined to 240. And then 1 more 120. And they're currently being belted up the hill. At the moment they come up to here. What I'm about to do is belt this iron down to the steel. And then gather up this coal, and I will start expanding the steel production, and hopefully start getting a whole host of steel beams, so I won't run out when I'm building tier 3 conveyor belts. That's the next plan. Phase 2. Steel. And now the steel is bigger. Ever so slightly. The truck looks really small down there, doesn't it? A tiny little blip. I have belted the 2 conveyor belts of iron ore down. I am, however, only using the bottom line at the moment. The bottom line is the one with 240 iron ore coming in. The top one has 120. As I need more steel, I'll add it on. At the moment, I have enough coming in. I've expanded the foundry setup at the bottom here This 240 line is feeding into 6 foundries. 240 does... Hi, how did you get in there? Why are these giant peanuts are just getting everywhere? Anyway. The 240 line powers about 5 and a bit foundries. So rather than just have it back up, I thought I'd add... I'm still in photo mode. I thought I'd add a 6th and just have it trickle out. Because they take 45 a minute. Which doesn't really equate to 240. But that's fine. As I need more, I'll slowly optimize it further. But as of right now, I just need to produce more steel beams for conveyor belts. We take it up here, we've got a second row of steel ingots coming in now. I jumped down the hole, yahoo! A second row of steel ingots. And they're all coming in to these constructors. I now have 6 constructors constructing steel beams. And I have 3 constructors constructing steel pipe. The steel pipe appears to be full. Awesome. All the steel beams. I've only got 1 steel beam going up above encased industrial beam, but I don't need industrial beam at the moment. I probably will once we get to tiers 5 and 6, but my focus right now is getting the big factory set up at the start. More steel beam, haha! That'll slowly trickle in. That's fine. So now that we have all this set up, and I have a collection of steel items in my truck, I'm going to head back to base, and I'm going to start setting up the platform for the space elevator and building the big factory. Will it be the final location of the space elevator? Probably not. Like I said, once we get higher tiers, I might want to move things again. Especially if we get trains, because I'm aware there's trains in this game and I'm very excited for those. I really want to build a giant-ass train network across the world. Now, I have started to clear some stuff. I have, however, left the power poles, because I don't really know what is connected to what in my stupid web of nonsense. So I don't want to unpower anything just yet. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pave a large area high enough so it covers these rocks and boulders, and just have a big old flat area over here, and place the space elevator on that. And then I can expand over this way or over that way and put a whole mesh of smelters and whatever else we need. Build a little town of buildings and such. Have a smeltery, and then have a place building screws and a place building rods, and etc, etc. Hopefully, that's the plan. Whether or not it works out like that, I don't know. But we'll see. Tally-ho. Ow. There was a doggo. Ah. Doggo. Hello. Come to me, doggo. Come to me. Come to me. I apparently need to take this slower. in what I work. Do I need to place some on the floor? Ba 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 ba. How delicately do I need to do this? Am I overcooking this? La la la. La la la. Hello? Hello? Oh! I'll back off. Can I crouch? Don't run off, please! Mr. Sandman. You're right. Slowly. You're okay. No, 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 no! Ah. Did that work? I did it! I got a doggo! Doggo with long name. I have no idea what to call you. Buckshot. It's my usual go-to. Hello! You find things? See if the little doggo has found things. Here. Do you follow me around? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? How do I make you stay? Doggo? Oh no. Oh no, you're a pain in the arse, aren't you? How do I... Do I need to contain him somehow? I've lost him! I've lost him! I've only known him for 5 seconds and I've already lost him! Oh god. Oh jeez. I think just come over here and build a little pen. Right? Aha! Can I get over? I can get over. Now, is he going to walk out of that? That's the question. Hello. Would you please stay in the hole until I've built you a location? Thank you. Have a nice day. So anyway, that was a distraction. Phase 3. Building this factory. detonator.
Detonator and basic Nobelisk unlocked. Most obstacles can be cleared with the basic Nobelisk. It is most effective against organic material and is able to destroy small boulders and porous rock. Deployed Nobelisks will stick to the first solid surface they touch and queue on the universal detonator. If you do not recall the order in which you deployed the Nobelisks, remember Fix-It does not take responsibility for any harm caused due to human error, even if those errors are genetic.
Detonator. Now I got this because I want to clear some rock. There are rocks in the way. How do I use this? Fire in the hole. I can clear rock. Fire in the hole! Glorious. I am in need of about half a dozen power shards, so I'm going to go around and collect some of these yellow ones. Ah. Now there is another one on that rock, but it is covered in fart. Can I do anything with the fart? Yeah. Has quite a radius on it, doesn't it? Can I blow you up? Oh my god, I can. Hold it! Did you notice that, or was that just me? What on earth happened to my fingers? I just really wanted to point that out because it happens every time you hit the detonator. It's subtle, but I can't unsee it now. There we go. Back to it. Almost done. It's only taken me about like 4 or 5 hours, but and we're done. Ooh. So things are a little bit different now. Bah. Oh. There's a big area. I will say right off the bat, everything is functionally the same. It's just there's more of it, and it's neater. Well, there's one new thing, and it's this line here. But that's it. All of this is just storage for things I had in the first place. When I was dismantling things and moving things, I had crates of stuff everywhere. Also, I've been getting some random stuff from the doggo. Heat sinks and computers and whatnot. And he's over here. I built a little green area for him. Hello! Do you have anything for me? Plate. Thank you very much. So, where shall we begin? How about here, with the iron? So the crater with the 3 limestone nodes Each one produces 120 limestone a minute. The power slugs that you saw me get, I turned into power shards, and I put 2 shards in each, so now each node produces 240 limestone a minute. Each one on its own independent line. I've also brought in the 2 iron veins that are right here. I think that one has a power shard, so it totals to 150 iron a minute. So if we come over here, wahaha, there is a field of foundries. So this line of 240 limestone and this line of 150 iron is coming into 6 foundries. 45 iron a minute, 40 limestone a minute. It's being turned into 300 iron ingots a minute. So we're doubling our iron. I will say I'm only pulling out 250 iron right now, and I'm not pulling out from this one, because the capacity of the belts is only 270. So we have extra iron ingots if we need it. And obviously there are 3 limestone belts coming in, so there are 3 setups of these. So in total we're making 900 iron ingots a minute. There's also upstairs. Aha! I was going to pave over this entire area, but I quite like the, there's a bit of a courtyard going on. I thought that looked nice. So if we come over here, this big building, right here, is solely for iron production. The 3 lines of iron ingots coming out. One down there, one up there, and there's one up there. Are all coming into different kinds of factory. One of the lines is coming in and is making iron plates, I think, which I might change out to iron rods in the future. But they're not going anywhere at the moment, they're just there. I needed plates for building. And then the second iron ingot line is coming in and is making a lot of rods. There are 12 constructors building rods. I think it's 180 rods a minute. And they're all going up here. We head upstairs. The iron rods are all going into 18 constructors, each one taking 10 rods a minute, and is making, each one is making 40 screws a minute. So what is 180 times 40? Too many screws. Too many, in fact, that I'm not actually pulling all of them out. I got, what's that? That's 240 screws a minute going upstairs over there. And over here I have 200 screws a minute being pulled out and going up there. And because I'm not actually using all of the screw machines right now, I'm peeling off what I'm not using of the rods, and they're also going upstairs to the next floor. And I think the other iron ingot line from the previous building is coming over here and is making more iron plates, which is also going upstairs. And these lines are connected to... ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So the plate and the screws here are going into 4 assemblers, which is altogether producing 20 reinforced plates a minute, which isn't a lot, but it is more than I was getting before. So, as I said, this belt is 200 screws a minute, which feeds into 2 assemblers making rotors. So that's 8 rotors a minute. Again, that's not a lot, but it is more than I was getting before. So yeah, I moved my rotor setup that was on the other side of the fields over here as well. I think that's it for this building. Wow, look at all this stuff. So, next up is over here. I'm going to hurt myself. We'll get to this. So the... again. So the copper mines. Got one here. The old copper factory was here building the wire and the cable. And this belt is coming from the iron mine way over there. And that was building the... What was that building? The copper sheets for the pipes. They're now both being belted together over here. Into a whole array of smelters. I think it's 240 ingots a minute. I think that's how it comes to. And they're being belted over here. Split off into two. This line is going upstairs and is going into the new copper sheet factory. Same as before, just more of them. But over here, as you can see, I have caterium ingots. A lot of them, more than I actually need, as it turns out. So I have a caterium mine over here. And it is a pure node, so it's 240 caterium ore coming in. And that is being smelted. It takes 45 to make 15. Which... 15, 20, that's 30, 60, there's 90 caterium ingots a minute coming in, which is more than plenty. If we go down here, the other half of the copper ingot and the caterium ingot are coming over here into the assemblers. There are 6 of them, which does the new wire recipe. And it is producing so much wire, like a ridiculous amount. Well, at this stage in the game, it's a lot. Got 2 lines of 90 coming in, being combined to 180. 3 times. 180 wires being made into an amount of cable. How much cable? 90 cable a minute. So we have a lot of cable. And then there's 2 extra lines of wire, which aren't being used at the moment, because they're going to be peeled off for something else. I think that's everything. So you might be wondering, Wolfie, how are you powering all of this? There's so many more machines here now. Do you have enough power to power all of these machines? No. No, I don't. I am now producing about 2,500 megawatts. Because I've built a little more power. And here we are over back at the steel, where we now have small generators, 12 of them. You can power 6 generators with 3 water wheels, so that's what I've done there. And there is a line of coal coming in. I've taken one of the coal veins from all the way over there. Whoa, yeah, whoa. Sensitivity. That right there. Do you see it? There's a mine. I've worked out how to use the camera. There. That's being pulled over here and is producing enough to fill these 12 generators. I did have to use, if we look here, there are some pumps on the pipe, because it turns out that there is head lift for the fluids in the pipe, which is not a mechanic I expected. I get the impression that might be tedious for some people, but I quite like the engineering mechanics behind that. It's a fun thing to work out, because at some point I'm probably going to have to put pipes uphill. The only reason I hadn't needed it before is because the water extractor in the pond with the other generators is above the generators, so all the pipes went downhill. But yeah. That's fun. But that's where the extra power is coming from. Haha! Back at base. Also, while I was building, I was feeding some excess resources into the item sink. And we now have 37 coupons. which we can use next time to get some cosmetic bits, because I would really like to do some cosmetic work on these buildings, because at the moment they're very orange and they're very boxy. So next time I'm going to try and start working towards the Phase 2 project parts. And there's a few layers to that. Firstly, we've got these assemblers here to show. The reinforced plates and rotors need to be brought in for the smart plating. The modular frames and the steel beams need to be brought in for the versatile framework. And over this side, we need cable and stators for automated wiring, which means we also need to build stators, which take pipes and wire. So that shouldn't really be a problem. I've built all the machines that build all those components. All I have to do is belt them into the assemblers. However, the steel components are quite a ways off beyond the hills. There is, however, a bit of a straight shot along here up the hill. So what I think I'm going to do is, back at the steel factory, I'm going to belt the steel components across the lake and up the cliff. And at the top of the cliff, I'm going to try and build a truck station and see if we can truck the items back here. Which might be exciting. Or tedious. Who knows? Also, as a bit of a side quest, I would like to go and try and put a mine on a quartz node. Because I still don't have a Windows unlocked. And playing other games, quartz is usually where you get Windows from. So I'm thinking if I go and get some quartz, I might unlock some extra cosmetic pieces. And I can finally have something better than just orange walls everywhere. And thus we come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you again in the future. Cheerio! Rebar, why do you have ammo? What have you been shooting?